What in the world, Bo? What's going on, man? It's your boy, Big Low Country. Y'all already know what time it is. We coming back. Gonna chop it up about this All-Star game. Gonna chop about this NFL free agency, NFL draft talk, and we're gonna answer this question that's, we've had this debate in barbershops for years. Barbershops, family reunions, just chopping it up with your homeboy. Who's the GOAT, LeBron or Mike? So we're going to be talking about a few different things tonight, Bo. We're going to be talking about a few different things tonight. So, I'm letting everybody kind of settle in and everything. And, we're just going to go ahead and do it big like we do in our own little country way, Bo. What's going on, man? My name is Big Low Country. Make sure that you do a country boy favor and hit that like button. And also, if this is your first time checking us out, just watch it for a little bit. And if we make you smile, if we make you laugh, if you learn something that you ain't know before, if you just think I'm a nice guy, make sure you do a country boy a favor and hit that subscribe button. What's going on with everybody, man? What's going on with everybody? We're just waiting on everybody to file in. So we got this NBA All-Star game, this NBA All-Star weekend. We might not have as many people on here. I hope everybody ain't out there partying, because I know a lot of the subscribers on Big Low Country Sports are from Atlanta because we represent that home team. Y'all already know what time it is. But the thing is, man, is that, since the All-Star game is in Atlanta this year, and it really sucks, doesn't it? That this All-Star game is in Atlanta, and we can't even party the way that we party in Atlanta. That's crazy, right? But, it be like that sometimes. We just gonna do it big, man. We just gonna do it big, and this is gonna be one of the first times we have an All-Star game like this. COVID just ain't letting us be great, Bo. It just ain't letting us be great. But it be like that sometimes, man. It be like that sometimes. So basically, y'all know LeBron James. He's picking the team. Kevin Durant, he picked this team. We're gonna talk about who's going to be the better team, and we're actually going to make our predictions. And I definitely want to hear the coaching staff's opinion about this. We're going to get our predictions on what team is going to win this All-Star game, because I'm seeing two totally different teams here. I'm seeing two totally different teams. I'm seeing that LeBron is focusing on skill, and you know what? We can't say that because KD's team, he has a lot of skillful players as well. Man, there's so many things that we're going to touch on in this stream tonight, Bo. I'm going to talk to y'all about Kawhi Leonard, tell y'all how I'm really feeling about Kawhi Leonard. And it might not be the popular take, but I'm just going to kind of tell y'all how I'm feeling. So, look here, man. I want to thank everybody for joining us, chilling out with old country boy tonight. Now, look, make sure that you tell me whenever you get in here. I want to know what everybody's eating tonight. Because look, Big Low Country is a foodie. I'm a foodie. Love to get down, you know what I'm saying, and chomp on something. I love biting stuff that don't bite me back. Man. But, it's the NBA All-Star Weekend. Tonight, about now, is normally the time when we see the slam dunk contest. Man, that whole slam dunk contest, man, I really feel like LeBron kind of killed that whole slam dunk contest without even being involved in it. People begging LeBron to be in that slam dunk contest. What's going on, Agent Green? I see you in here. LeBron, he never did that slam dunk contest, and it got to the point where he wanted to do all the slam dunks pregame and all kind of stuff. They were begging the man to be in it. MJ did a slam dunk contest. Kobe did the slam dunk contest. LeBron said he didn't want to do it and embarrass himself. And I kind of understand that. Once you get to a certain level, it's one of those cases where I don't know if I'm already high enough. I mean, if I win a slam dunk contest, I don't think it'll really make any difference for me. So, it's just one of those things, man. It's just one of those things. Caleb Mitchell said he's eating rabbit souffle. What in the world? Never had it in a souffle, bro. Caleb Mitchell, what's going on, fam? Cartier frames. I see you, Bo. ISO Joe said, have I ever had slutty vegan? Yes, I have had the slutty vegan, Bo. And, it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. I was surprised that it tastes so much like meat, but it's not that bad. Is that what you having tonight, ISO Joe? Coach, let's get it. I see you in here, Bo. What's good with you, fam? I see you in here. And what's going on, Coach Wallace? I see you. Now, basically, what we were talking about, and I see a few more people are coming on and chilling out with us. What we were kind of talking about is, we were saying that now is normally the time where they have the 3-point contest and slam dunk contest. I think they're just going to do everything tomorrow since, COVID has kind of changed everything up. And while I'm talking, Cartier Walker, he in here shooting the shot already. We just got started. We just 5 minutes in. We just got started. He's shooting shots. But anyway, but I was saying that, man, is that that slam dunk contest is just not the same it's not like it used to be. I'm used to the Larry Nance's, Michael Jordan versus Dominique. Kobe won it. I remember Tracy McGrady was in there. Vince Carter came in and just set it off. It's just one of those things, man. I really feel like a star should have kind of stepped up and took this to the next level, but everybody was begging LeBron to be in it, and how he always talks about, he's made the game so much better and things like that. And I see y'all in here showing love to each other. I love to see that. I love to see it, Bo. But I really feel like LeBron didn't do his due diligence in that case. And like I said earlier, I understand that, once you get to a certain level, winning a slam dunk contest, they're going to take you to that next level because we're actually going to talk about this, man. LeBron, he's in the conversation of being the GOAT. He's in the conversation. And I'm so glad that Coach Wallace is in here because he's OG. He's an OG coach. And, everybody's going around saying that LeBron, he's the greatest of all time. Even though he's won his 4 championships out of 15 tries, it seems like. And, MJ over here on the other side of the spectrum, 6 for 6. But a lot of people say that, look, he had help. He had a lot of help that LeBron James never had. Now, I actually had a joke because we're going to look at these all-star rosters. And I actually had a joke that, and I was going to save it for later, but I'll just say it twice. Why even front? Why even front? I'll just say it twice. But the reason why LeBron James is so good at picking these all-star rosters is because he's put all-star teams together. He's put all-star teams together so many times in the past. I mean, let's be honest. Miami Heat, D Wade, Chris Bosh, Ray Allen. He's so used to doing it under the stipulations of the salary cap that whenever you say, "Oh, I can just pick anybody I want to," and man, this is gonna be easy. Coach Roney said, "Oh no, I'm late." Nah, it's okay, Coach Roney. It's okay. We already know. Cartier said NBA All-Star this year is horrible. Come on, boy. Hey, I understand what you're saying, man, but at the end of the day, we still got to make the best of what we got. One thing that we've learned from this past year, because we're coming up on the year anniversary of whenever COVID was announced to be a nationwide epidemic. Well, I'm sorry, worldwide epidemic. It's one of those cases where, we just got to kind of deal with things as they come. We're realizing that, everything's not going to be perfect, but, we just have to make do with what we got. Me and my homeboy, Coach Trey, we were talking earlier today, and, some of our friends had babies, and, we haven't even been able to, hold the babies of some of our best friends or see the children of some of our best friends because of COVID. I got family members. If I was walking around in the Bilo or walking around Walmart or something, I might not even recognize him. I ain't seen him in so long. So, I mean, it's just one of those things, man. So, like with this NBA All-Star game, moving forward, we got to kind of say, look, we got to make do with what we got. We got to make do with what we got, man. Yeah, and Coach Wallace, he said it, that the NBA All-Star game has changed to more popularity of players now. And that's definitely true, Coach Wallace. That's definitely true. And it's crazy that you mentioned that. What's going on, Jags fan? I see you in here, Bo. And it's crazy that you mentioned that, Coach Wallace, because I don't know if you remember, whenever we talked, we did a show, Saturday Night Pep Rally, a couple weeks ago. We were talking about, that whole situation where, Trae Young got snubbed. James Dinkle. Hey, man, James Dinkle, he's one of my best friends, man. James Dinkle said, try not to get naked. So I want y'all to know this whole getting naked thing, it's not a new thing. Coach James Dinkle, he's been saying this for years. We've been saying get naked thing for years. And James, you're going to see people in here talking about getting naked. Look, Albert Smith said, Coach getting naked for LeBron. I ain't getting naked for LeBron. And we're going to talk about this now. So one of the main things that we talked about a couple weeks ago was Trae Young getting snubbed from this All-Star game. We know that Trae Young should have been in this All-Star game. We know good and well that Trae Young is better than Mike Conley. Come on, guys. Come on. What in the world, bro? We know good and well Trae Young is better than Mike Conley. I mean, I understand that the Jazz have been winning and they're this feel-good story and everything. Albert Smith, what's going on, family? I see you. But let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. Trae Young's been playing better than Chris Paul. Come on, bro. Come on. James Dinkle said, no defense. And so what Coach Wallace was saying is that it's more of a popularity contest. Now, we all know, everybody out there who are Hawks fans, and you're right, Cartier, that Hawks record is just horrible. But we all know that, and I forgot, y'all, everybody, y'all welcome Coach James Dinkle to the stream. Coach James Dinkle, that's one of my best friends. Y'all make sure that y'all show Coach James Dinkle some love, man. Make sure that y'all welcome to the coaching staff. Now, one of the things is that we know that Luka Doncic, whenever they made this trade, and we passed on Luka Doncic and got Trae Young, we know that it was going to be one of those cases where over the years they were always going to compare him. Now, Luka Doncic, he's put up a good year. 28 points, 9 assists, 8.4 rebounds per game. But, it's one of those cases, man, where, he shouldn't have been over. He shouldn't have been over your boy Dame Dollar. Dame Dollar's been balling. He's been balling out, man. He's been balling out. What's going on, Coach Brandon? I see you in here, man. And D.O. said that the coaches didn't pick Trae. I definitely understand what you're saying, but let's be honest, man. It's gotten to the point where it's a little bit of a popularity contest. Coach Cartier shouting you out, James. Oh, man. But I wanted to just take a look at this guy. So, this is the team Kevin Durant and LeBron James picked. After looking at these squads, and I just wanted all the coaches' opinion on what y'all think about this. After looking at these squads, which team do y'all think would be the best? I mean, this literally looks like a team that was put together on NBA 2K. But after looking at these two squads here, which team do y'all think would be the best? Now, originally when I looked at it, I said, well, look at here, man. LeBron kind of looked like he picked more for skill, But as I continue to look at it, it looks pretty even. I mean, Giannis, let's be honest. Giannis, he's not the most skillful guy out there. Y'all hear me talk all the time about having guys who are more skillful than physically talented, right? So whenever you look at Giannis, like he's big, he got strong because poor boy, he was a string bean when he came into the league. Coach Cartier said LeBron easy. I'm thinking the same thing. But poor Giannis, he was a string bean when he came into the league. And Jags fan, he's asking y'all who y'all got winning, Team LeBron and Team KD. And I want to know the same thing. Who y'all think is going to win? And I'm going to scroll down so y'all can see the rest of the lineup. But the starting lineup is Giannis for LeBron's team. It's Giannis, Steph Curry, Luka, LeBron, and Jokic. And I'm thinking that it's I think that's a heck of a lineup. I ain't gonna lie to you. What's going on, Coach Black Girl Interrupted? Hey man, y'all make sure y'all show Coach Ashley from Black Girl Interrupted some love. Unfortunately, she lost her father. She lost her father the day before yesterday. So y'all make sure that y'all show her some love. You're definitely in our prayers, Coach Black Girl Interrupted. Now, the other team, Kevin Durant, he has Bradley Beal, who's the NBA's leading scorer. Joel Embiid, who's a beast himself now, let's be honest. Kyrie, Kawhi Leonard, and I'm going to go ahead and put this out here, y'all. I'm not the biggest Kawhi Leonard fan. I'm just being honest with you. And Jason Tatum. So I'm seeing I got some votes in here. Coach Cartier, he voted for LeBron, and Asia said LeBron as well. I'm telling y'all something. James Dicker is the biggest LeBron fan y'all know, and y'all don't even know. James Dicker, he'll get naked and dance in the street for LeBron James. James Dicker get naked and dance in the street for LeBron James. So if you want to see getting naked, James Dicker is the definition of getting naked. You can look at his closet. He has a Cavs jersey, a Heat jersey, another Cavs jersey, and a Lakers jersey in that order. So yeah, that's definitely the definition of getting naked. Oh man, and you see they showing you some love, Coach Black Girl Interrupted. Is it sorry for your loss and everything? Definitely. Cartier asks, is KD even playing now? He's gonna sit out till after the All-Star break. Now, if we look at these starting lineups, first of all, LeBron's starting lineup is definitely better. I mean, let's just be honest. Let's be honest. And I mean, because people sleep on Jokic. I've been on the Joker train for about 2-3 years now, but people still sleep on him. But the backups, I can kind of see where KD's team could be better. James Harden, he does his own thing in himself. And shouts out to James Harden because before he went to the Nets, I didn't think that it was going to work out. And actually, me and Coach James Dicker was talking about this earlier. It's actually been working. It's actually been working. But James Dicker, he was saying that it depends on what's going to happen when all three of them get on the floor in that deep playoff run. That's definitely a big deal. Big deal. Dios is saying LeBron starters, KD's bench. And I'm kind of thinking the same thing, man, because, I mean, Chris Paul, he's still Chris Paul, but, I mean, this bench that KD got is kind of deep. Julius Randle, he's been balling out. Vujicic, people sleep on him. Bright spots that I do see on LeBron's bench is Ben Simmons and Damian Lillard. Rudy Gobert, he's definitely a liability because why in the world do you need someone who, basically rebounds and blocks shots in an all-star game where defense basically isn't played. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's not something that that's not something that you really need. So I mean, Rudy, he's basically a liability. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was the last pick. So yeah, man, they got Zion. I mean, Zion, that's going to be a highlight reel in the All-Star game. I'm just eager to see what Zion could do. And y'all can just pay attention to Zion for a couple of years because, I mean, let's be honest. I don't think if he's still going to be the same weight, I don't think it's going to last that long. 280, 285, that's too much to be jumping up and down on for your knees. You can ask Big Low. I can tell you from experience. I can tell you from experience, Bo. Now, one thing that I do want to talk to y'all about on here, while I was looking at Kawhi Leonard, and y'all let me know if I'm wrong, Bo. I think Kawhi Leonard's overrated. My brother-in-law, he turned into this crazy Kawhi fan, saying that Kawhi's but last year he was saying Kawhi Leonard was the best player in the league. At one point in time, he was saying that. And Coach James Deagle said that Shaq did it. You got to remember, though, Coach James, Shaq, he had the frame for it. Shaq was just big all together. We talking about Zion. What's Zion? 6'7", 6'6"? I mean, when you don't got the frame for it, you bouncing up and down like that, 40 inches in the air and coming down on it. That's a lot to deal with, Bo. That's a lot to deal with, And like I said, just like I do, Coach James. It's just one of those things. Now, Albert Smith said, Coach Lowe, you are wrong. So you're saying I'm wrong about Kawhi Leonard being overrated? Because I don't know, Bo. I'm starting to think that Kawhi might be overrated, man. Sometimes who I'm starting to think, and Cartier might be mad at me for saying this, or he might actually be happy at me for saying this. Cartier Walker, I'm starting to think Kawhi Leonard may be the Tom Brady of the NBA. I might say, why you say that, Lo? Because, man, he's always, because he's a good player. He's definitely a good player, but he's a good player that's always just put in good situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at those Toronto Raptors last year after Kawhi left. They were still a good team. You look at the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio Spurs were a good team. Greg Popovich just seen that Leonard had some really good potential and helped push Leonard to the next level. And I agree with you, Albert. Like, Kawhi Leonard is good. I agree with you. He's good. But I don't think he's a top 3 player in the league. And to be honest with you, I definitely don't think he's a top 3 player in the league. I think that he just got put in good situations and he took advantage of them. You can't knock somebody for doing that. Come on. You can't knock somebody for doing that. But they go, and I think the Cartier Walker said, he said that Clippers losing last year like that exposed them. It exposed the Clippers big time. Now we all know that Doc Rivers, he does have a history of blowing leads in the playoffs. He's almost like the Atlanta Falcons of the NBA when it comes to blowing leads. But I'm just letting you know. Just something that I'm feeling myself. It's like I think Kawhi Leonard is good, but I'm just gonna tell you, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you. I don't think Kawhi Leonard is. I don't think it's. Because who would we say the best player in the NBA is today? Giannis, he's one of the 2 MVPs, but LeBron and Giannis. I'm pretty sure James Deacle will tell y'all that. I know James Deacle will say LeBron James. He'll say LeBron James, but it's one of those things, man, where it's like I wouldn't say that. Okay, LeBron or Giannis, LeBron, Kawhi. I just wouldn't say that. I mean, that's definitely not the case to me. Cartier said it's rumor that Paul George was dating Doc Rivers' daughter, and there was some big turmoil. I mean, I understand that, but at the end of the day, you still man. Do you know what Michael Jordan and Dennis Rodman and all them boys were doing when they were making playoff runs? There's also a rumor that Michael Jordan was hungover in the flu game. He still came and put up 30-something points. It's just one of those things, man. And Cartier said that it's still LeBron and KD because everybody kind of forgets about KD. Everybody forgets about KD. Whenever KD came down in the finals, would go to State and hit that shot in LeBron's mouth. It was just one of those things. Jazz fan said Kawhi is the Tom Brady of the NFL. Have you seen how bad the Patriots are without Brady? Trust me, I've seen it, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. But what I'm saying is, I'm not talking about the teams that he leaves. I'm talking about the teams that he goes to. So if we look at how the teams that he goes to are teams that are capable of winning, and he just gets put in that system. And it just makes them so much more successful. Next thing you know, everybody's kind of putting them on the pedestal because, like, this whole free agency situation and everything that they were going through, everybody was just trying to get Kawhi Leonard, and his uncle was asking for part ownership of teams and all kind of stuff like that. It's like, come on, man. Kawhi Leonard is good, but come on, y'all. He's not that good. He's not that good. Kawhi Leonard is no LeBron James. Oh, Jay Siegel said he's the Matt Ryan of the NFL. Wow, I'm saying so. He must mean the NBA. Come on, Bo. Come on. Well, at least Kawhi won some championships. At least Kawhi won some championships. Man, he got close. He won a championship for 3 quarters, but he just couldn't do nothing else. Oh man. Man. Jazz fan said the Bucks couldn't even make the playoffs without Brady. Man, y'all gotta remember something, man. It's like while we're making this comparison, everybody wants to put Tom Brady up on the pedestal. Yeah, you gotta remember that the Bucks, they also didn't have a lot of pieces on that defense. Their whole receiving core was hurt. The second half of the year, Rashard Perriman was the number 1 wide receiver. Let's be honest. And Cartier Walker, he'll tell you this now. The year before Brady got there, let's be honest. The year before Brady got there, they had a lot of people hurt. And whenever Tom Brady got there, they got a lot more help for Tom Brady. They didn't have Gronkowski. They didn't have Antonio Brown. They didn't have Leonard Fournette. I mean, let's be honest, guys. Like, we're talking about, we got to look at this situation. Let's look at it unbiasedly now. Cartier Walker said, "Oh my God, I know there's not a Jags fan talking." Oh, I know there's not a number 1 pick Jags fan talking. Joseph, what's going on, Bo? So basically, we're talking about first. We were talking about this whole. We were talking about which team we think are going to win. Just basically looking at the rosters between LeBron's and Kevin Durant's team. And then, I just went out on a limb and made an unpopular sports take. And I said that Kawhi Leonard could be considered the Tom Brady of the NBA. And I think Jags fan is trying to prove me wrong. He said Tom Brady brought Gronk and AB and Fournette. You're acting like those players would have came if Brady wasn't there. The Bucs also had the money. Let's be honest. Bucs had the money. They've been saving money for years. And players would go anywhere where the money is, especially a place like Tampa Bay, where the weather is good and you ain't got to pay no state taxes. Let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest. Tom Brady going there was definitely an extra incentive, but I'm sure Leonard, because you got to remember, like people wasn't rushing out to get Leonard Fournette like they were trying to get PlayStation 5s. You got to remember that. Like when Leonard Fournette when he was a free agent, he sit out there for a little bit. He was starting to grow roots in free agency. So let's be honest about that. My homeboy, let's get it. GA, he's homegrown. DSGB boy. He said, "Hey man, let's speak about the elephant in the room. Let's get this in. Even though our record is trash, Trey definitely got stubbed. But Nikola Vujicic from Orlando makes it, and they have a worse record than we do." That's rough, Bo. That's rough. Yeah. Vujicic made it. And Trae Young didn't make it, man. He didn't make it. But we know there's one of those cases though, bro, that they don't give Atlanta teams respect. They don't give Atlanta teams respect. Coach Wallace said, "Big Low, I think you can make that case for LeBron being more like Brady." Wow. And we were actually getting ready to get to that, Coach Wallace. We were actually getting ready to get to that, Bo. Wow. Now, I don't know if James Deagle is still listening to this or not, but you can say that LeBron is more like Brady than Kawhi Leonard. Now, the difference is in this situation, though, is that Brady, he did the LeBron thing. Whenever he went to Tampa Bay, he did the LeBron thing, just like Jags fans said. Whenever he came to Tampa Bay, he was making calls. He was on the phone making calls, trying to put a team together, to give them an extra boost. And look, it worked. And we know that LeBron, he's a player / GM. LeBron, he'll put a team together quick for you, Doc. I told my homeboy James Deagle that, look, whenever he starts playing basketball, he might want to go into being a politic, because boy, he can get things going. He can get things going for you. And I know the whole city, Trae Young didn't even get a chance. He can't even come. The only way Trae Young going to the All-Star game if he's sitting up in the suites. That's the only way Trae going. Man. Now, wait a minute. Jags fan and Cartier, they in here talking trash to each other. The Jags fan said, "Bro, my QB is Trevor Lawrence. Who's y'all's quarterback?" I don't know if you would have asked that question. They got Tom Brady as their quarterback. He gets up to get some water out the refrigerator, the Super Bowl ring just fall out of his pocket. So I mean, Trevor Lawrence ain't really done nothing in the NFL yet, so we can't really compare them. Oh man, but yeah, man. I mean, Coach Wallace might have a point, guys. Coach Wallace might have a point. Now, Jasmine said that, just a reminder, Jordan, he's 1-9 without Pippen, and he made the playoffs winning 24 games. I mean, I understand that. But you know what Jordan did? Jordan, he trusted the franchise. He wasn't trying to do things in the background, and he stuck with that team. And they won multiple championships. So yeah, definitely. Jazz fan said, I thought his quarterback was Matt Ryan. Nah, his quarterback is Tom Brady, and until Trevor Lawrence can be in the top 10 in passing yards before his career, I still don't think we could kind of compare them. I mean, let's just be honest. Like Trevor Lawrence hadn't played one down in the NFL. You trying to crown him, you know. So if he's a bust, I definitely want you to think back to March the 6th, 2021. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, Coach Wallace, you might be right. That whole comparison comparing Tom Brady to LeBron James. Because I mean, look, how many teams has LeBron been on now? How many different teams he's been on? 4? I think 4 teams. So, you know, this is one of the reasons why I say that I think Michael Jordan is the GOAT. I definitely think that, and I'm not saying the clear-cut GOAT, because we have to remember like all these other guys that preceded him, you know, people that we didn't really keep statistics on, like the Bill Russells, like the Kareems, you know what I'm saying? Like the Wilt Chamberlains. It's like, I definitely think that, you know, it's one of those cases where every player, because basketball is such a beautiful sport that, you know, it has so many different variables. You know, we can't just say that this guy is better than this guy and that's it. You know, because whenever Magic Johnson came to the game, you know, and kind of changed the game, being a 6'8", 6'9" point guard, you know, handling the ball and throwing these reckless behind the back and no look passes, you know, he kind of changed the game. And LeBron, you know, definitely kind of changed the game, modeling himself more like a Magic Johnson or even a Scottie Pippen than like a Michael Jordan, you know, which is what Kobe did, you know. But the thing about the difference between Michael Jordan and LeBron James is that Mike, you know, he kind of just stayed where he was at, you know, just kind of played the hands that were dealt to him. And, you know, because that competitiveness, you know, he said it himself. He was like, man, nah, I wasn't trying to go and, you know, get those guys, get Larry Bird and guys like that on my team because I was too busy trying to beat them. I always say this, man, because, you know, I played a lot of pickup basketball in my time. And you got the guys that are politics. You got the guys when you go to the court, you got the guys that'll go. Sometimes they'll lose on purpose because they see that they're guys that they know who they know are pretty good and they want to play on their team so they can just run the court the rest of the day. But me, myself, because, you know, my competitiveness, I was like, nah, man, I'm running with the team that I have now. And whoever we play after we win this game, we're gonna try to beat them too. You know? So it's definitely I definitely think that's the difference. I feel like that whole mentality is kind of reshaped the NBA because we never would have seen James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving on the same team. We definitely wouldn't have seen Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond on the same team. You know, but the way that they put that team together back in Miami, you know, the dominoes started falling. Next thing you know, it's like we have the invention of the super team. Coach Wallace said, Big Low, back in the day, if the All-Star game was coming to your city, they always took the best player off the team to play in the All-Star. And you're right, they did. And the players that were playing in the All-Star game, what they did was those players, they actually tried to make it so they will hopefully win MVP. Whenever they had the All-Star game in your city, they made sure that they gave you opportunities to win MVP. Trae Young can't even get in the game. Trae Young can't even get in the game, bro. Man, you know, so I mean, it's one of those things, man. Dio said, if I want a last second shot, I'm taking MJ. For anything else, I'm taking LeBron. I mean, I definitely understand that, man. I definitely understand that. I mean, and like I said, you know, it's one of those things where, we have to consider we have to consider that different players bring different things to the table. We can't compare Luka and Trae Young, even though they're basically playing the same position, but they're two different size guys. They approach the game two different ways. So I mean it's and that's one thing that we have to consider. Asia, she in here talking trash about Jameis. He's saying Winston, he don't need to stay with the Saints. I'm hoping Winston doesn't stay with the Saints, Asia. I'm just being completely honest with you. I hope he doesn't stay with the Saints. Because if he does, we're gonna have problems. I know that's another unpopular sports take. If Winston stays with the Saints, the Falcons are gonna have problems. Cartier Walker said, "Big Low, it's no football." Or what TV shows am I watching? Well, I'm actually like a documentary kind of guy. So I watch things like 90 Day Fiance, Naked and Afraid. No pun intended, Naked and Afraid. But I think my favorite TV show ever on Netflix is my favorite TV show ever on Netflix. Oh, I'm sorry, and Coach Roney and Grey's Anatomy. I love Grey's Anatomy. But my favorite show on Netflix is Bloodline. I love Bloodline. I love that. I love that show. Great story of Bloodline, man. If you never watched it, you need to go check it out. It's a slow burner, but Bloodline is my joint. I love Bloodline. It's my favorite show ever on Netflix. Coach Wallace said that he hopes that Jameis does stay with the Saints. You know what, Coach? If Jameis stays with the Saints, oh man, yeah, I love 600-pound life. Yeah, that. My wife and my niece were just watching it. They were just watching it. But yeah, if Jameis does stay with the Saints, Coach, I'm just saying we're gonna have our hands full. Like we're gonna have the same kind of battles that we did with Drew Brees. If Jameis does decide, or if the Saints decide to bring him back, So it's one of those things, man, where it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. If they bring Jameis back, we're gonna have our hands full. He doing all this trash talking. So look, if Jameis comes back, if Jameis whoops up on him, I'm gonna be like, Asia, why you do all that trash talking about Jameis? Oh man. Cartier said, I need to watch Snowfall. Comes on every Wednesday. Oh man. What's going on? Abdu, I see you in here. We're doing very good this weekend. Oh man. Yeah, man. The Flash. I never watched The Flash. I've never watched that before. But yeah. Every now and then I sit down and watch some shows. But yeah, man. I really love Grey's Anatomy. That's my joint. Whenever Derek Shepard, well, I don't want to spoil it for anybody or anything like that, but yeah, love Grey's Anatomy. Love it. Coach Wilder said that, they're going to sign Jameis back, and I don't think it's going to be as tough as I think it is. Yeah. So look, it's one of those things, man, where if it's one of those things where if they do sign him and he comes back and kills it, Coach Wallace, I want you to remember me now. I want you to remember me. Remember, just say, hey, Coach Lowe, you called it. That's all you got to do. You say, hey, Coach Lowe, you called it from the jump. Oh man. Everybody here talking about shows. Snowfall, Chicago PD, the best right now. I guess we turn into a show review channel. Abdul said, just me and you in this live. yeah, the Facebook page has just started. So the Big Low Country Facebook page. So there's not that many people in there right now. Mystical Mixes, what's going on, family? I see you in here, Bo. I see you in here. Wait, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Wait a minute now. Hold up. Why Spencer Montgomery come here talking about what's up, old man? What in the world? What in the world? I think Spencer's just mad because he know I can beat him in a foot race. That he know that I fleet of foot. And, whenever we do get out there and run them 40s, I run that 4.6, 4.5 on them. I'm finna dust them off. Definitely, man. Definitely. Much love to you, Spence. Appreciate you for joining us, man. So, basically, Spence, what we were talking about was this NBA All-Star game, and we're just talking about how, first of all, we're talking about how Trae Young got snubbed. First of all, it's crazy that he didn't even make the All-Star game, and, it's just one of those things. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Spence called me fat, boy. What in the world? What? Fat boy. What? I don't know what you're talking about. You must be talking to yourself. I ain't fat over here. I'm big bone. Oh man, what in the world? Y'all got Ian Miles chilling out with us tonight. I hadn't even looked at it. Hold on, let me see what Ian Miles talking about. Ian said, "What's up, family? I'm eating smoked skunk jerky and pickled kangaroo meat and drinking elephant milk and chocolate worm ice cream. And my favorite show is Moonshiners." What in the world? Where did he come up with this stuff at? What in the world, Bo? Oh, man. Man. So, Jack said, how you go from old man to boy in 5 seconds? Hey, I don't know, Bo. I don't know. Oh man. Yeah, I appreciate that, y'all. So Spencer Montgomery, look, we don't do the disrespect here. We all joke around with each other and everything, but we don't do the whole disrespect thing. Definitely appreciate your comment saying that you think LeBron's the GOAT. We were actually talking about this. But like Ace Green said, we don't do the disrespect thing here. So, but yeah, man. Honestly don't think that LeBron is the GOAT. To be completely honest with you, I think that's one of those cases where LeBron, he's a great player, and he's definitely. I think he's on my Mount Rushmore. He's on my Mount Rushmore of NBA players, but I can't say that he's GOAT. I can't say that he's at the top of the top. Whenever I watch LeBron James play, I don't get the same feeling that I got when I watched Michael play. So it's one of those things, man. It's one of those things. Yeah, trust me. Hey, Jax, man. If you only knew how many times I got into these conversations, in the barbershop where people talking about, oh, nah, man, nah, LeBron go, what you talking about? Look at LeBron's stats and all kind of stuff like that. I'm like, man, come on. Come on, man. I mean, I completely understand that, but you got to look at the team. You got to look at the team. You got to look at, I don't know if y'all remember this. So Michael Jordan, he actually played point guard for the end of the season And this was before. It was one of those situations way before he Scottie Pippen got there. He played point guard at the end of the season when he knew that it wasn't going to make it to the playoffs after he came back from his from his ankle injury. He averaged a triple-double just playing point guard. He averaged like 11 assists, like 12 rebounds, and he was scoring almost 30 points a game. But, it's all about the position and the role that you have on the team, But if it's one of those things where, we just go off of the stats. Stats, a lot of times the stats don't make any difference. It's all about what you do or what you can do when you need to do it. What you can do when you need to do it to win championships. And, the whole Michael Jordan went 6 for 6 in the finals. I mean, he's lucky. He's lucky. Like, who's to say that if Michael Jordan would have went to the finals a 7th time, who's to say that he wouldn't have lost that? Who's to say it? So, we can't really compare that. We can't really compare that, man. We can't just say, oh, well, just because he went to the championship and has a 100% success rate in the championship, we can't say that that's one of those cases, man. Agent Green said, what do you usually talk about in the barbershop? Man, little Asia, in the barbershop, it gets heated. It gets heated in the barbershop, Asia. We get in the barbershop, we be talking trash. You talk about just life conversations. You just talk about, I remember one day they were talking about, well, look, if you the stepdaddy, you paying all the bills, you have the right to whip the kids. I mean, just random stuff like that. I mean, just get crazy in the barbershop. Cartier said LeBron not the GOAT. He a kangaroo. He hop from team to team. That's a good one. Oh, man. Oh, Cartier just got no retro ones today. Man, I hear you, both. Jazz fan said, name a team that Jordan beat that even come close to that 73 Warriors team. End of discussion. Man, you know what? Ian Miles said actually Bill Russell's the real GOAT. But, I mean, isn't that kind of relative? Like, isn't that kind of a relative conversation? Like saying, name a team that's compared to this team, and could Michael have beat a team like that? And saying that A squared plus B squared equals C squared, saying that Michael would have beat that Warriors team. I mean, we don't know. It's all about matchups, and that's why you play the game at the end of the day, right? That's why Devon said, are we having this argument? I mean, it's not really an argument, not yet, because we know. We know how heated it can get. Spence said, what's up, fam? I ate skunk soup with kangaroo noodles and wash them down and go wash dishes, Rico. What in the world? Okay. Devon said, Coach, are we really having this discussion? So, what you thinking, Devon? LeBron or Jordan? What you thinking? Who's the GOAT? Who's the GOAT? LeBron or Jordan? I want to know what everybody's thinking. I gave y'all my opinion. Y'all got my 2 cents in the situation. I think it's MJ. MJ all day. MJ all day. I'm just saying, who do y'all think it would be between MJ and who do y'all think it would be between MJ and LeBron? I honestly think that it's like with the way that with the way that LeBron James kind of jumps teams. Look, and I might be wrong for saying this. If LeBron would have won one championship legitimately in Cleveland and just killed it for the rest of his career and just struggled, just made playoffs, got beat in the Eastern Conference Championship. If he won 1 or 2 championships, 3 championships in Cleveland, and they just brought players in around him, I would seriously consider LeBron. But I'm just saying, am I wrong for thinking that? Am I legitimately wrong for thinking that? Cartier said he ain't even on Kobe level, and you gotta you you got a point. You got a point, Bo. You got a point. You definitely got a point. Now, I'm seeing some of the answers that's been put in here. Joseph said that Jordan the GOAT forever. Cartier said, come on, coach. Jordan easy. Devon said he don't even know why we even having this conversation. He said he don't even know why we having this conversation. And Asia, I think Asia getting naked for LeBron. Asia, I need you to tell me why you riding with LeBron. But Asia like, so y'all know basketball more than me, so I don't know. And Ian, he's picking the skunk bones out of his mouth right now. Ian said, look, man, Bill Russell got 11 rings. And Ian, it's crazy that you mentioned that, man, because it's crazy that you mentioned that. And while I'm mentioning this, Jags fan, he's shooting a shot at Asia now. Hopefully we might have another love connection tonight. I just hope that Cartier and Jags fan don't get in a fight over Miss Asia. But anyway, it's one of those things, man, where a lot of people say, well, you got to look at the level of competition that Bill Russell had. Bill Russell wasn't playing guys that were as physically superior, as Michael Jordan and LeBron James did. But at that point in time, those were the guys who were professionals. Those guys were professionals. So those were the best available players at that point in time, if we look at it. So we gotta let's just be honest, guys. Let's just be honest. Asia said, I'm calling on Asia. Hey, I just called it like I see it. I just called it like I see it. Oh, Jazz man said, okay. Now me and Asia, I had to go somewhere. We'll see y'all next. Oh, what in the world? Oh man, this getting real. Oh, sucker bucker. I didn't know it was going down like that. Oh man, so I do want to let y'all know that I actually Coach Roney actually set up my Facebook page. So I know that we a lot of times, y'all want to communicate with me. And if any of y'all have Facebook, if y'all click on that link right there, y'all could go ahead and like us on Facebook. And you can actually post on there. So if y'all see any, because people hit me up on Instagram all the time saying, hey, Lo, this happened. Like somebody hit me up the other day, said, hey, Lo, JJ Watt just signed with the Cardinals. But I just want to let y'all know that y'all could like us on Facebook, and y'all can put anything. If y'all need to communicate with us, I can put anything on there that you want to. Well, Coach Ron is gonna be watching and making sure that everything legit. But yeah, man. Y'all definitely like us on Facebook if you do have a Facebook page, man. Definitely, I appreciate y'all. But yeah, hey, Devon, I I just wanted to see what everybody was thinking. A lot of people get naked for LeBron James. And like I said, I think LeBron James is a great player. I think that he should be on the Mount Rushmore. You know? Cartier said Kobe played against LeBron, D-Wade, Chris Bosh with no help. They had to wait for him to get hurt to beat Mamba out. I definitely agree with you, Bo. I definitely agree with you. You know, I mean, Kobe, they had to put that. Look, but a lot of people will say that, well, you know, they put this that Celtics team together to beat LeBron. I mean, you know, everybody will say that, man. But I mean, let's be honest. LeBron's he's kind of put these teams together, you know, to stay successful. I mean, so I'll put it to you like this right here. The year before, the first year in Los Angeles, whenever LeBron played in Los Angeles, whenever he realized that they weren't going to make the playoffs, did y'all see LeBron kind of mail it in a little bit? I mean, I might be wrong, but did LeBron just kind of mail it in a little bit? Whenever they lost to the Spurs in the finals, did LeBron kind of throw a temper tantrum and just kind of gave up? I mean, it's things like that I consider whenever I think about, you know, making sure that, you know, the guy that I think is the GOAT, because whenever Jordan didn't have a chance, like he never just mailed it in against the Pistons whenever they were just beating them down. I mean, you know, those are the things that I consider, man. Devon said, look, I ain't getting naked for no Bron. No disrespect. Bron a great player, but not over. And I agree with you. I completely agree with you. A Jags fan saying what LeBron has to do so you could put him above Jordan. Beating KD, Harden, Kyrie will be enough. I don't know, because it's one of those cases where moving forward, where it's like, I mean, so if LeBron wins 6 championships, the whole time I'm going to be thinking, well, dang, look at what he had to do to get them. Like he had to get naked and change teams 4 times just so he could get, like, let's be honest. Y'all think this is going to be LeBron's last team? Y'all think his last team is legitimately going to be the Lakers? LeBron going to ring chase his draws off. Let's be honest, guys. And you know, most players, they ring chase at the end of their career, like Karl Malone, Gary Payton, and them did. But LeBron was ring chasing in his mid-20s. I mean, am I wrong to say this? I agree with you, Spencer. LeBron, he's better than Kyrie, Harden, KD, Luka, Curry, Drake. Yeah. Cartier said, you think if LeBron kicked Draymond in the midsection, NBA would have suspended him like they did Draymond Green so the Cats could win Game 5? No. The NBA suspended Draymond Green for a reason. It was a great storyline, and LeBron James is the golden child. Let's be honest. We got to be completely honest. That happened for a reason, guys. It happened for a reason. Now, Joseph Thornton, he just asked a very interesting question. Coach Joseph said he has Kobe over LeBron. And somebody else mentioned this earlier. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Before I ask this question, Jackson said LeBron had to face the greatest team of all time, Golden State, 4 All-Stars on the same team. There's no comparison. The greatest team of all time? What? The greatest team of all time? Because they had the best record, or legitimately the greatest team of all time? I don't know about that one, Bo. I don't know about that one. Devon said that he got losses on his record. MJ perfect in the finals. Jordan didn't go nowhere and team up with nobody. MJ kept folks from eating in the 90s. I mean, he legitimately did. People kind of ate off LeBron plate. People kind of ate off LeBron plate. Yeah, I mean, those 2000 Lakers. Those 2000 Lakers were the truth, folks. Let's be honest, man. If Shaq would have missed a few games, they definitely could have won 70 games. Come on, man. Definitely. Devon said, so everybody, so Jags fan, he's talking about this whole, so we need to focus on this greatest team ever comment that Jags fan made. So y'all think that the Warriors are the greatest team to ever do it? Because I don't know about that one, Bo. Just because they won 73 games, they don't mean that they're the greatest team to ever do it. Nah. KD, he wasn't on that. He wasn't on that 73 win team. But that's they wasn't I don't think they're the greatest to ever do it. Those 96 Bulls, those 98 Bulls, I think would have given them a run for their money. Those 2000 Lakers, I mean, you got to think, man. Those Celtics in the 80s, I don't. Those Pistons, those same Pistons that used to whoop up on Jordan, in the 90s, like I can't. I can't say that. Agent Green said it's getting heated in here. Oh man, it's getting hot and heavy in here. Oh man. Let's get it said. The 96 Bulls in 5 games would demolish the Warriors. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Draymond Green's a knockoff of what Dennis Rodman was. Dennis Rodman, yeah. Because look, the fact of the matter is that Scottie Pippen. I mean, because everybody, talks about Klay Thompson and everything, but Scottie Pippen is Klay Thompson on steroids when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. And we all know that, just closing out on the perimeter is going to shut that three-pointer down. So if you shut out playing good team defense, everybody rotates the way that they're supposed to. I mean, I just don't. I think that the Bulls will win that. Good point. Let's get it. I think I will go with the 96 Bulls. Easy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the way those 96 Bulls defense was. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I don't. Look, and y'all, and Agent Green, she in here. Well, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I ain't realized that Cartier and Jags fan, they're both fighting for Asia's love. I forgot about that. So I don't know if they're actually fussing about this whole situation, or are they fussing about, or is it just subconsciously about Asia? Spencer said, if this is a debate, like we voting, we all know LeBron team going to win, and give him respect. And look, I respect LeBron, Spence. I like I said, LeBron, he's on my Mount Rushmore, but it's one of those things where I don't think he's up there with MJ. I think MJ, the thing is with MJ, you watch him play, it made you feel a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? It makes you feel a certain kind of way. It's like, I'm eager to see how the Space Jam is going to come out for a couple of reasons. First reason is, I want these kids out here to know who Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck is. Because a lot of these kids don't know Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. Let's be honest. Unless they change it up and put SpongeBob on Space Jam. But that's one of the main reasons. The second reason is that I want to see if I get that same feeling, that I got whenever I watched Space Jam the first time. Because it's like, Michael, like I said, Michael Jordan, he made me want to start playing basketball. It's like, I used to go out and shoot a little bit, but watching Michael Jordan play basketball, it legitimately made me want to go and learn how to play, practice my moves and everything, do calf raises so I could jump higher and dunk and all kind of stuff like that. Like, Michael Jordan inspired that. It's like, I watched LeBron James play, and I don't know how these kids feel nowadays, but I mean, it's just like, he just seems like he's just a great basketball player, but I don't see no inspiration. Like, he doesn't inspire me, and I don't really see him inspire other people, and look, what he does with the I Promise School is great and everything. But like on the basketball court, I just don't see the same thing from LeBron that I seen from MJ. I'm just being honest. Let's get it. Say MJ is the GOAT. Let the debate be. The vice said debate's over already. The vice said debate over. We done. If you done and you finished. Oh man. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, and this is what I said originally. It's one of those cases where if you would have put one of those teams, if you would have put those Warriors up against that Bulls team, that 96 Bulls team, that 98 Bulls team, they weren't used to that kind of defense. It's like, okay, the Warriors can hit the three and everything, and it's pretty. But if LeBron can beat the Warriors with the team that he had, why do y'all think that Jordan wouldn't have been able to beat the Warriors with that team that he had in 96? Like, there's not that much of a difference, bro. Them 96 Bulls was off the chain. If you don't believe me, NBA Live 96. The Bulls are 99 everything. That was a heck of a team, man. It's like, it's cool. The Warriors have this great offense, but the Warriors ain't playing defense like the Bulls playing. The Bulls could score too now. Like, they probably had the greatest scorer ever. So Jazz fan said Jordan don't care about his own people. He just cares about his own brand and making money. That's why he never speaks on Black Lives Matter LeBron always fighting for his community. And I definitely understand what you're saying. I'm just talking about within those painted lines. That's all I'm talking about. Within the painted lines, I ain't talking about social justice, Black Lives Matter, or nothing like that. I'm just saying within the painted lines, I'm going with MJ all day. All day. All day. Boomer said, why is LeBron doing Michael Jordan remake of Space Jam? I don't know. I don't know. I do not know, family. That whole situation, because Spencer saying, I agree, Bugs Bunny, Space Jam 2 gonna have, so LeBron, he started recording it out, like they're filming it right now. Space Jam is my favorite movie of all time. Like that's my favorite movie ever, because it just takes me back to, I didn't have no worry in the world. I didn't have to worry about property taxes, keeping a job, insurance, and just random things like that. And it's one of those cases, man, where, like I said, Space Jam, Michael Jordan and Space Jam, it inspired me to play basketball. The same way Tiger Woods inspired me to play golf. I might not know this, but Big Low Country plays golf. I play golf all the time, So, it's just one of those things, man. It's just one of those things. And while I'm talking, Jags fan in Asia, they making the love connection in here. I hope Cartier don't get too mad. Man. Coach Wallace said, Big Low, but we don't know how the Bulls would have played with the new rules now. I mean, yeah, you definitely right about that. You're definitely right about that. But it's one of those cases, man, where whenever you're a talented player or a talented team, you definitely take advantage of the rules that you're given to work with. But I mean, if you're just good at what you do, you can figure out ways around the rules. Like, how far you can push before you get in trouble. So I mean, yeah, I definitely see what you're saying. That's a good point, Coach Wallace. That's a great point. But I'm just saying, and it looks like everybody agrees with me. Let's get it. He said, Jags fan, you're speaking on a completely different subject. We're talking about on the court. And he tells you that let's get it. GA says that there's a reason why LeBron wears number 23. There's a reason. That didn't come out of nowhere. Y'all remember when y'all played community basketball, or what was it, rec league basketball, before you could actually play for the school? The best kid always got number 23. That didn't come from nowhere. It came from MJ. Yeah, man, the NBA is definitely soft. Because I watched the clip one time of the Bad Boy Pistons. And Vinny Johnson literally slapped somebody. They were coming down the lane. Vinny Johnson wasn't going for the ball at all. He literally slapped somebody. But yeah, man. Yeah. Cartier said LeBron didn't do nothing spectacular also, so don't make it seem like he's the Martin Luther King. He only made a school in Akron. Man, what in the world? Hey, man, he changed a lot of kids' life, man. So, but I mean, he speaks out on civil rights issues and things like that. But yeah, I'm moving forward, man. I definitely have to go with with Michael Jordan. I think Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And until something drastic happens, it's definitely going to continue to be the case. It's definitely going to continue to be the case. Joseph said, just go ahead and drop the mic, Coach. Coach Ronan, who's the GOAT?
MJ.
Coach Ronan said MJ is the GOAT, y'all. So Coach Ronan said MJ is the GOAT. Coach Kabir, who's the GOAT?
MJ?
Don't let your daddy hear you say that.
Oh, then it's definitely MJ.
No, don't let your daddy hear you say that. My brother-in-law, he gets naked for LeBron James. And my niece is here. And yes, he said that MJ is the GOAT. So if my brother-in-law hears that, he would definitely now and we were actually getting ready to talk about this, guys, because a lot of people say that, look, it's one of those cases where some people think Kobe is greater than LeBron. So what are y'all thinking about that? Like, what are y'all thoughts on that whole situation? Do y'all think that Kobe is greater than LeBron James? Or do y'all think it's a 1 and 2 MJ LeBron situation? Devon said Coach Roney has spoken. Cartier said you little kids know MJ more than LeBron. All I'm saying is that you don't hear people really talk about, oh man, I gotta get them new LeBrons. I know people wear the LeBrons now, but I don't really see people saying I gotta make sure I gotta get these new LeBrons. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right, and so we're getting everybody's opinion. What's the ranking, y'all? Between MJ, LeBron, and Kobe. What's the rankings? I need to know what y'all thinking. How are we ranking between those guys? Let's get the final score. Today's NBA 154 to 153. You can't touch nobody, man. It ain't like it used to be. It ain't like it used to be. I can definitely see why they made changes, but you got to at least be able to touch somebody. You know what I'm saying? If you guarding someone, you should at least be able to try to, stop them from getting where they're trying to get to. Boomer said Kobe is better because one team, the players came to the Lakers. He didn't go to the other teams. Kobe stayed where he was at, and people came to the Lakers. Cartier said Kobe way better than LeBron by a long shot. Albert said MJ is 1, Kobe is 2, and LeBron, man, y'all ain't showing no love to Kobe. That ain't Asian. Coach Ronald Asian, she was politicking for LeBron, and then I didn't think she was gonna see how heated. She didn't know how heated it was gonna get. Everybody told her that this is how people talk in a barbershop all the time. And now she's like, man, I'll just go sit back because I ain't never seen nothing like this. Let's get it. It said MJ, Kobe, LeBron. Coach Wallace still in here? I want to know Coach Wallace's opinion too. Let's see. Dio said that Kobe's great, but he ain't no LeBron. Now, Ian Miles, he had a question for y'all. He said, who's next Hawks head coach going to be? And look, the way things are going, I don't mind it being Nate McMillan. Because Nate McMillan, I mean, the team is actually closing games out. The team is closing games out. That makes a huge difference. Ian Miles said Bill Russell, MJ, Kobe, LeBron. Jackson, hey bro, can I call the show? Let me educate them. Nah. You can educate them through the chat. You can let everybody know, through the chat how you feeling. I mean, we pretty much got the gist of your argument. Man. Now, so DLC, he brought up a question to everybody. He said, look, man, is it one of those cases that, changing the city makes you greater? I mean, so not changing the city makes you greater? I mean, I'm thinking, I feel like it's like a form of ring chasing deals, and I might be wrong for thinking that. But I definitely think that, just sticking with one team could definitely make a better impression. You know what I mean? And Coach Wilder said, Big Low, I like Mike, but we can't really say that MJ is the GOAT and why. Okay. Okay. And I definitely understand that. Now, Coach Wilder, now what do you think about between Kobe and LeBron? That's a totally different argument between Kobe and LeBron, because everybody's kind of kicked LeBron down to the third peg. Agent said, I wish I knew as much. Hey, this is why we're in here. This is why the coaching staff is together. This is why we kind of get together and do some, just have these different conversations so we could all elevate our minds, Asia. It's all about elevation. Ian Miles said, will you ever do a call-in show or a cooking show? I got a couple. I don't know if I can handle those recipes. Yes. And people get naked for these triple doubles. People say that Luka so great because he gets all these triple doubles, but I mean, it's one of those cases where, just like Cartier said, triple doubles, they aren't appreciated like the same way that they used to be back when Ice Cube was getting them when it was a good day. It's not the same anymore. Back in the day, you get a triple double, man, you doing something special. But now it's like Russell Westbrook. It's one of those cases, man, where you have to. The guy was literally telling people not to get rebounds so he could get the rebounds. There was situations where I seen Russell Westbrook pass up on an open layup so he could get an assist. Like, where you do that at, Bo? So that's why that season when he averaged a triple double, I was like, it's not a big deal to me because it doesn't feel organic, It doesn't feel organic. Yeah, triple doubles was special back then, but nowadays it's like they don't even really feel like they're even a big deal anymore. I mean, it's not, Dio said that the NBA changed the rules so the European players can be great, like Luka, Dirk, and Mon. You know what? That is true. The lack of hand checking and things like that. I mean, it's definitely not the same. It's definitely not the same, man. Cartier said that he's mad that John Wall got hurt because he don't have that same burst anymore. All right, Devon. Make sure you be easy, bro. And, I definitely understand what you're saying, man, but he got to go through that maturation as a player, and now he's starting to learn that, he has to really develop that jump shot, and that's very important. Yeah, he realized that that's very important. Very important. Yeah, I definitely think that the next Hawks head coach is going to be Nate McMillan. I definitely think that that's the case. Definitely. Whew. Well, all right, man. I tell you what, I definitely appreciate y'all chilling out with me tonight. Did the pre-All-Star game pep rally. Much love to everybody that's in the chat. Like I said, we set up that Facebook page, Big Low Country Sports on Facebook. So make sure that y'all hit us up, man. Make sure that y'all hit us up. Make sure that you like the page. And, we're definitely going to be coming to y'all with some great content. We're going to have some guests next week. So y'all know how we do with the guests. We're going to get on, have a good time. But much love to everybody. Much love to all the coaches. Y'all don't do nothing that I would do. Here, rise up, man. 8 time down. Y'all already know what time it is.